When I first started playing the harmonica, I was confused about how the notes were arranged on the instrument. I was familiar with the piano keyboard, and I was also familiar with how music is notated, but it was confusing to me how they had arranged the notes on the harmonica. There were some notes that were missing, and others they had duplicates of. I'm going to look at a key of C diatonic harmonica and look at how the notes are arranged and explain why they're arranged that way. I made a diagram showing a musical keyboard over here on the left side, and then the notes of the harmonica corresponding to the different keys on the keyboard. And then on the right side, music notation and the holes of the harmonica associated with those notes shown as numbers inside of the notes. And I colored the blow notes blue and the draw notes yellow. You can see the blue notes are grouped in these three groups of three, and then one more note up here. The first blow note is middle C on a piano keyboard, which has a frequency of about 262 hertz. And so if I sound the blow note on a C harmonica, it should be pretty close to a middle C on a keyboard instrument. So that's a middle C. Now the first three notes are one blow, one draw, and two blow. And those will give you do, re, mi of a regular keyboard scale. But then we come with the first gap in the scale. The next note should be the first F above middle C, but that note is missing. The other weird thing is instead of that, they provide two G's. There's a G on the 2 draw and a G on the 3 blow. The next missing note is kind of an important note. It's the A above middle C. And instead the harmonica goes from a G on the 3 blow all the way up to a B on the 3 draw. Starting at this point, it follows a more traditional scale all the way up until the 10 draw. But again, there's a tricky part because from holes 4 through 6, the lower note is on the blow and the higher note is on the draw. But once you get above 6, the lower note is on the draw and the higher note is on the blow. And so as you're playing the scale, you go blow, draw, blow, draw, blow, draw, draw, blow. So you have to draw twice in a row and then go back to blow. And then from that point on, it's blow, draw, blow, draw, blow, draw, going up the scale. And then on note number 10, in between the blow and the draw, there's another note missing. So the B is missing up at the top part of the scale. I knew you could chord with the harmonica. The arrangement of the notes in the scale is what makes chording like that possible. So if you look at these notes, they're in groups of 3. And if you know about chords, a lot of chords come in a group of 3. So if I look at this group, it's a C, an E, and a G. That is a C major chord. And then if I look at this group, it's a C, an E, and a G again. Another C major chord. And this one is a C major chord. And the top note is a C. So on the blows, you have groups of C major chords arranged in groups of 3. Also, any other combination of those notes provides an inversion of the chord. So an inversion is just the same notes arranged in a different order. So 2, 3, and 4 is an inverted C major chord. 3, 4, and 5 is another inversion of the C major chord. The chords available from the draw holes are a little more interesting. The first set for holes 1, 2, and 3 form an inversion of the G major chord, which is notes D, G, and B. Holes 2, 3, and 4, those also form the G major chord, G, B, and D. If you include note 5, so you have notes 2, 3, 4, and 5, that forms a G major 7th chord. The G major and the G 7th chord are both important chords in the C major scale. There are many songs that have both a C major chord and a G major 7 chord. The other important chord that can be made from using the draw notes is the D minor chord. That occurs in draw holes 4, 5, and 6, which are the notes D, F, and A, and also in draw holes 8, 9, and 10, which are the notes D, F, and A as well. So I guess that explains why the notes on a diatonic harmonica are arranged in the way they are. It's designed to make it easy for chording. If you're just getting started learning songs on the harmonica, it's probably best to start out on hole number 4 and go up through hole number 7. That will probably be easiest to find the notes that are in your song, because most of the notes in the scale are present in that range. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, and thanks for watching.